I have heard various Radiohead songs throughout my childhood, especially ones from OK Computer by virtue of my parents being big fans. However, my personal journey didn't strike a match until my freshman year of college when I re-listened to OK Computer with a different ear, and also when me and my dad went on that one road trip and listened to the entire discography back to back. That was the best road trip of all time, by the way. There's been one song that stuck out to me in particular, which is Let Down, and it is in fact my favorite song of all time, my favorite song from OK Computer, my favorite song from any artist. Let Down's atmosphere sets this song apart from other songs in OK Computer. So each song in OK Computer has their own sound while still relating to each other in the matter of theme, quality, tone, and style. And Let Down just so happens to provide a perfect transition from exit music for a film to Karma Police. Being the fourth song on OK Computer, Thom Yorke initially wrote exit music for the 90s adaptation of Romeo and Juliet. This song starkly contrasts the song that follows it, which is Let Down. The key of exit music is in B minor and has a slow, haunting build, and it's a great portrayal of the rebellion that the main characters had in Romeo and Juliet's story, as well as an added bitterness from their point of view, wishing an unfortunate fate on those who doubted them. We hope that you choke, for example. Yorke's the narrative in Romeo and Juliet's point of view, hoping you have the same fate. Same fate. Of nature, and it also, the fate of nature can be the ultimate retaliation, as it's not like an intentional form of revenge. So I think that's pretty cool. And so I think I read somewhere that it could be like the song could be a jab at humanity's interpretation of religion. Thom Yorke said that it's dedicated to everyone who works for a big firm, a song against the machines. And fun fact, Karma Police derived from a joke that the members of the band would make to hold each other accountable when one acted like a jerk. So the whole crux of this first point of the video is that Karma Police and exit music, they're like dark chocolate, and Let Down's like milk chocolate for me. I also want to clarify that I don't really like dark chocolate, but that doesn't mean I don't like Karma Police and exit music. It just means that if I fucking liked dark chocolate, in the scenario that I liked dark chocolate and that it had a sound, Karma Police and exit music would be it. In Let Down, Radiohead's drummer, Phil, uses a tambourine instead of a snare, and he also plays the toms with a soft mallet. Instead of hitting the hi-hat for the backbeat of the song, he just uses the toms and avoids the hi-hat. Yeah. And then, in most of the song, Johnny Greenwood plays his part in 5/8 time signature, while the rest of the band plays in 4/4, which I think is fucking baller. Before we resume to your scheduled programming, we will be talking about time signature, something that most people do not give a shit about, other than music majors and people who have too much free time. To give you a little explanation on how time signature works in the context of 5/8, I will give you my best explanation. Notice how I said this is my explanation. This is the way I'm explaining it. It may not be the most accurate or best explanation, but this is my understanding. All right, think of a quarter note. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4/4, 4 beats in a measure of 4 quarter notes. Let's think 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and now if you're doing this,
1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and this would represent the eighth notes. Now think of 5 over 8. So that is 5 8 notes in a measure. So let's think about 4 over 4. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and now we're going to count 5 over 8. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, and also these details I just mentioned to you, those details being the things that were not me explaining time signature. I knew about how time signature worked before making this video. I'm basically a fucking genius. I did not pay attention to them for the longest time until I watched this random lady on YouTube talk about the song and like the things in the song and like chords and shit. I'll link that video in the description, and that video just made me love the song even more because of the way she explained her understanding of the song and her breakdown and analysis and good use of music theory vocabulary. I love listening to some delicious breakdowns of songs with a bunch of music theory terms and just, I don't know. I just like hearing that type of shit, and it's pretty cool. And that's ironic because I'm not even a music major. I'm a STEM major. Why does that matter? Why does that matter? Yeah. Good evening, this is Sophia to you. Tonight I will be talking to you about Let Down's Radiohead.
No, to Radiohead's Let Down. Okay, so, the lyrics. A lot of this commentary is based off stuff I read on the internet and Genius, because who doesn't fucking look at Genius? Okay, so we have transport, motorways, and tram lines, starting and then stopping, taking off and landing. You know, Tom is afraid of transportation. Also, very anxious myself. And then you have the emptiest of feelings, disappointed people clinging onto bottles, and when it comes, it's so disappointing. You know, we all disappoint ourselves, don't we? What inspired Tom York with these... So Tom York was sitting in a pub one day, and people around him were drinking, as people in pubs do, right? And so he imagined these people holding onto the bottles that were attached to strings that were hanging from the ceiling. Let down and hanging around. Crushed like a bug in the ground, let down and hanging around. I think that's pretty fucking cool. Shell smashed, juices flowing, wings twitch, legs are going, not growing. Don't get sentimental, it always ends up drivel. One day I'm gonna grow wings. A chemical reaction, hysterical and useless. Hysterical and let down and hanging around. Crushed like a bug in the ground, let down and hanging around. And by the way, drivel means nonsense, just like these two motherfuckers right here. Now that we've made it this far, it is time to come to the final part of the video. What the song means to me and how much it means to me. It is truly difficult to explain at length how much Let Down means to me. One of the first times I was truly listening to it, I listened to it with more open ears, and I started crying when the synth arpeggios came at the end. And then when I look at the lyrics, it makes this song more significant to me. And honestly, Let Down is one of those songs that makes me feel like it's okay to be sad, and it's okay to feel like you're, as Radiohead said, or one of the members of Radiohead said, like you're in transit. Of course, the lyrics wouldn't be as significant
if it weren't for the brilliancy of Johnny Greenwood's composition and Tom's brilliant singing. All of it is just amazing. Just the way that it's mixed, where it was recorded, just everything. And honestly, I do feel dissociated pretty often whenever I have a lot of things on my mind, and sometimes I like being dissociated, and I also like being dizzy, and Let Down gives me sort of a dizzy feeling, and I really like that. I hope this video gives you a good idea of how much I love this song. And thank you so much for watching. Bye now.